world of executive moms, where balancing your work commitments and your family responsibilities often leads to a prolonged period of sitting or standing. Poor postures can become a common companion, resulting in back pain. Now, unfortunately, this lifestyle can take a toll on your health, that is, your physical health, and it can potentially lead to chronic back pain and a series of other things like accelerated spinal degeneration, increased susceptibility to back pain, back injuries, etc. In this video, let's discuss the relationship between back pain and poor postures and how one affects the other. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is, back and neck, and nerve and joint pain. I do this by giving you simple exercises, easy lifestyle modifications, some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain journey. And I do all of this without taking away a big chunk of your time because, hey, we're moms, we're busy people, right? So let's get back into understanding the connection between poor posture and back pain. Now, as working moms, we often find ourselves adopting poor postures, even actually, not even at work, even when you are at home with your family or doing something, say you're cooking or attending to your babies or little ones, you're carrying them. There is a lot of poor postures that are seen during these daily activities. And sometimes poor posture just becomes a norm. We don't even realize that we are sitting in a poor posture, or sorry, standing in a poor posture, or for that matter, even sleeping in a poor posture. This habitual slouching and improper alignment of the spine can become a normal in our brains, and it can have a very detrimental effect on our lumbar spine. And of course, your lumbar spine is very important because it has the role of supporting your body's weight and facilitating movements. All you're walking around and chasing your toddler, getting into your car, driving, everything, you need to use your lumbar spine. So when you have back pain, it sort of stops you in your track with all these daily activities. Now, prolonged periods of poor posture, what this does is it leads to a sort of strain and overwork of the muscles and ligaments in your lumbar spine or your back. And these strains result in tension or stiffness or muscle spasm, which of course contribute to discomfort and back pain. Also, this tension can restrict the blood flow and oxygen supply to the muscles. Now, we're not talking like a cutoff of blood supply, but restricted circulation in that area because there's slowing down of circulation when those muscles are in so much spasm. So there's decreased blood supply. So there's a decreased inflow of oxygen into those muscles, and this exacerbates the discomfort further. It and this tension or this muscle spasm that you have in your back, which becomes like a constant chronic thing, it it will actually predispose you to more injuries, especially if you are one of those who sit for a long period of time or stand for a long period of time. You're going to exacerbate those muscle spasms, and that, of course, makes you more prone to injuries. And also, in the long run, you can have issues like say disc bulges, that is herniated disc, spinal degeneration, osteoarthritis, etc. So it is not necessary that you have back pain and poor posture. It will lead to these issues, but this poor posture, which leads to chronic back pain, might be a starting point for these spinal issues. Or if you already have these problems with your spine, say you already have a disc bulge, this might be something that pushes you into more chronic disc bulge issues. Just looking at my notes here. Yeah, so there's also this poor posture puts your spine and your pelvis in a misaligned position. And of course, that can further increase the pressure or the stresses on your spinal discs and nerves. And then you can, as I discussed about this disc issues, but you can also have nerve pain, which can be in the form of a sharp shooting pain, radiating pain, tingling, numbness, a feeling of heaviness in your legs, anywhere from your bottom down to the toes, depending on which nerve is affected. So, for example, if you have a sciatic nerve, which is the longest and thickest nerve in your lower back or your lumbar spine, uh, Well, it is a nerve that starts in the lower back or lumbar spine and it goes all the way down. It supplies the area all the way down to your toes. So if you have the sciatic nerve being compressed, you can have this sharp chewing pain going down from your back to your bottom to the back of your thigh, legs, and to your toes. It can be quite a painful condition. There are, of course, other nerves in the legs as well, which can be affected, giving rise to pain in the front or sides of the legs. Um, Also, when you have long standing back pain, you will have weakness that gradually develops in your back muscles, and the ligaments also tend to be more stressed. And of course, this can be a pertinent issue which will lead to even more pain. So, you see that spasm leads to pain, and that pain in return leads to more pain. So, sorry, more spasm. So, it's a continuous cycle of pain and spasm that goes on and on. So, there has to be a point where you have to break this down. So, before that, you need to understand why you need to break it. So that is the whole point of this video. Now, again, looking at my notes, yeah, so there are many things that you can do to break this pain spasm cycle by keeping your back or your lumbar spine in a good posture. This can range from, of course, I'm not going to go into the details of this, but it can range from sitting in a proper posture in when you're sitting on your chair, proper standing posture, proper sleeping posture, something like using your ergonomic chairs, adjustable standing desks, so you're not doing any prolonged sittings or prolonged standing through your day, etc. Now, if I'm just looking at my notes here, yeah. So if you are interested in knowing more about how can you say achieve a good posture so that you can avoid your back pain. I have written a blog on this topic, that is, can a poor posture lead to back pain? I will leave a link in the description of this video to that blog. If you're watching me on Instagram, the link is in my bio. If you cannot find it or you're not watching this in real time, you can message me and I'll send you the, you can DM me and I'll send you the link to that blog. That blog has got firstly a video which talks more about how can you put your lumbar spine in a good posture. So of course then it prevents or helps you to manage your back pain. Secondly, it has a free guide to how can you maintain avoid back pain when you're working from home. So this talks about how to sit and how to adjust your chairs, etc., etc. However, it is quite a useful guide and it is a free one. So have a look at that blog and go grab that guide, right? So it says working from home, but really that is applicable to any situation, whether you are just sitting down watching Netflix or you're working. All right, so that was it for the video today. Now, if you have any questions, any comments on this video, do drop them down into the comments below and I will address them for you.